When was the last time you finished a thought from beginning to end? If tomorrow the world stopped demanding your constant availability, would you still know how to focus? You can master every concentration technique in the world, but if your workplace requires constant availability, if society normalizes distraction, you will still lose the battle. This is why solving the attention crisis requires collective action and your personal survival plan. Is your attention yours, or is it rented out? The individual versus systemic problem. Individuals who completely cut themselves off from technology can disadvantage themselves. Makes a critical point. This research by Dr. Gloria Mark has influenced organizational psychology worldwide. The solution is not individual withdrawal, but collective, organizational, and social change. Is your attention yours, or are you just its temporary custodian? Dr. Gloria Mark's research shows the greatest cost is not screen time, but the continuous bouncing of attention. Every interruption makes you start from scratch. There's no need to demonize technology. Welcome to Psych Maps, and this is the final part of how to repair your attention span, the big picture, systemic solutions, and your action plan. In part 1, we talked about the 3 lethal behaviors and how our dopamine gets trapped. And in part 2, we talked about 5 methods to rebuild your concentration. Watch it if you haven't. Link in the description. They design apps to hook you. What are you designing to free yourself? Imagine painting a canvas and every 5 minutes someone comes in and asks if you got their email. The result, a canvas full of tears. I'll disappoint you by telling you that our digital workplace is like that. Quiet time windows are not a luxury. They are the closed door to your mind's studio. What have you lost in the 77 times you checked? Research identifies workplace interventions that demonstrably improve attention. Quiet time windows. Organizations that implement no communication zones, designated times when electronic communications are not sent, achieve dramatic improvements. Research shows people check email an average of 77 times a day. Quiet time eliminates unnecessary checks. Employees experience reduced stress and improved concentration. It signals to the brain that multitasking is over. Deep attention can now take the stage. Create safe zones of non-communication. Start with 18 minutes a day. Turn off notifications and close all 12 of your open social media tabs if you work alone. And if you work with someone, don't let yourself be interrupted. And if someone asks why you're quiet, tell them, I am preserving a plan for growth. Productivity measures output. Deep concentration preserves intellect. Your follow is your vote. Your share is your voice. Without them, this is just a message in a bottle lost at sea. Your phone is at 100% charge. At what percentage charge is your mind?
Right to disconnect laws. Many countries have implemented policies on the right to disconnect. France, the El Khomri law prohibits penalizing workers for not responding to communications outside working hours, as also in Ireland and Ontario. Research shows that truly disconnecting from work after hours allows people to reconnect better the next day. They are fresher, more rested, and more productive. What if your fatigue wasn't a lack of coffee, but a lack of rights? The most progressive countries protect by law the right not to respond after work hours, because they know a brain that doesn't switch off breaks. Imagine you're sleeping, and at 2 a.m. the work phone rings, and you answer a work emergency, and that call stole your peace, and the work emergencies are already slowly stealing your creativity and your presence in your life. Is your mental energy a fiber optic cable or a frayed wire? When New York City attempted to implement these laws, the tourism office famously objected, saying, "We are the city that never sleeps." But science shows that your brain must sleep and must disconnect, or it will break. How many clicks away is your attention from breaking definitively? Disconnection is not laziness, it is the essential maintenance of the most complex tool you own. And if you don't live in these countries, you can absolutely communicate in a concrete and rational way your disconnection hours, because it transforms a defensive right into a respected principle. Why does a 3-year-old today take longer to refocus than a CEO after an interruption? What is silently rewriting your child's brain for distraction? 2024-2025 research reveals alarming trends. Children 2 to 4 years, 2.5 hours per day. 5 to 8 years, 3 hours per day. Adolescents, even more. Studies show that young children are more susceptible to distraction than older children, take longer to refocus after a distraction, and have an underdeveloped executive function, the brain's governor that manages decision-making, priorities, and interference. Are we trading their childhood capacity for concentration for cheap digital pacifiers? What is silently rewriting your child's brain for distraction? Research shows children 2 to 4 years old spend 2.5 hours per day in front of screens, an environment that overstimulates an executive function brain governor, our still under construction governor. The result? Greater susceptibility to distraction and dilated attention recovery times. What is screen time silently rewriting in your child's developing brain? If you haven't seen Part 1, The Attention Crisis, and on why your brain can no longer focus, we'd also talk about the cerebral damage caused to children by smartphones. The link is in the description. If you don't want to comment, don't comment, but at least share this. You could help, for free, a new parent. The solution is not panic, but strategic protection. Create sacred spaces, screen-free spaces, dinner table, car, bedroom, to safeguard the moments when the brain learns to focus naturally. Why? It actively teaches the underdeveloped brain to refocus after hyperstimulation, training the muscle of sustained attention that the screen weakens. When was the last time you were bored and didn't grab a screen? Can you still feel your thoughts kicking? The truth supported by research. Studies from Georgetown University, NIH, Stanford, and the American Psychological Association all confirm recovery of attention capacity is possible. The damage is not permanent. Your brain maintains neuroplasticity, the ability to recalibrate and adapt throughout your life. When you avoid boredom at all costs, what deeper itch are you refusing to scratch? Your attention is not just about productivity. It's about reclaiming your humanity, the ability to think deeply, to be present, to connect meaningfully with others and with your own thoughts. This is what makes you human, and it's worth fighting for. Because it reconnects physical action, the breath, and mental intention, being present. It transforms a passive moment of scrolling into an active choice of anchoring, reclaiming control over one's inner space. Comment if you want and follow us to move from the advice you read to the strategies you apply. The difference is between knowing and doing. Start today. Watch all 3 videos with pen and paper. Choose one method. Start tracking one metric. Take a 6-second pause at a natural stopping point. Your brain is waiting to heal. All you have to do is give it a chance. Watch all the solutions we've given you in these 3 videos. They are free. Write them down on paper. It's the first step towards your mental health and well-being. And to understand how you are manipulated on social media, also watch these videos. The links are in the description. Comment, share, and follow us. Help us. Help us to work. Help us to help. And remember, every moment of wasted attention is a fragment of life that will not return. If you don't choose where to rest your gaze today, who is choosing for you?